Hello everybody and welcome back to another My Porch Prints tutorials. This is Kyra and today is the last video in the Build Your Own Junk Journal series where I'm showing you how to create one journal from start to finish using only 5 tutorials. And if you didn't see it yesterday, we came out with the video for 5 ways to add movement, and I will link the playlist down below for anyone interested. And today's video is going to be 5 clever illusions to try. So let's go ahead and jump right in with the first illusion here, which is going to be the hidden pocket illusion. So for this, you're going to need a blade knife, and I would also recommend a cutting board of some sort. We have this craft mat listed down below in our Amazon affiliate shop for anyone looking for one. And then you're going to want to find a tag or a card. It can be any size you want, any shape you want, but you're looking for something that has like a horizontal line on it so that when you make your cut, it's sort of hidden by the design already printed on the tag or the card or whatever ephemera you're using. And then you're just going to follow that line with your blade knife, make a little slit, and this is going to form the pocket that you can tuck your ephemera pieces into. And just remember that when you're adding glue to the back of this, you want to try to keep it close to the edges around the pocket that you made, because you want to leave as much room for your ephemera to tuck in as possible. And then you can go ahead and just glue that straight down into your journal. And that way, when you remove the little like tag from the ephemera piece, you can't even tell that there was a pocket there at all. So it kind of completes the illusion of like a hidden pocket. And you can take this a step further. You don't just have to use ephemera pieces. You can also use fussy cuts. So if you have anything that's like a cup or a bowl or a basket, those are things that you could typically tuck something into, you know, in real life. So you can complete that illusion in 2D by just using your blade knife to run it along the front edge of the lip of whatever you're cutting into, whether that's a cup or a basket or whatever. And this fussy cut actually comes from the Heirloom Elegance junk journal kit, which again will be linked in the description box below for anyone looking. That's the same kit that I've been using to decorate a majority of my journal with in this series. And then same thing as before, you're adding glue along the edges, leaving room inside the cup for your little ephemera pieces to tuck into, just like this. And you can see that's like a really cute little illusion, very simple but very effective, where it looks like there's actually something in the cup. This is probably one of my favorite illusions. It's just so easy to do, and I really enjoyed them. So I hope that you'll give this one a try. Alright, our second easy illusion here is going to be hidden collage tags. So what you're going to do is just take a bunch of little random pieces. They can be ephemera or fussy cuts or whatever you have. They can be from the same kit or different kits, just however you want to do it. And I like to lay out my collage ahead of time so I kind of have an idea for the design before I start. And then the next thing you want to do is decide which pieces are going to be the hidden tags, like the things that you pull out of the collage. So like this card here is something I decided would be removable, so I'm going to add like a little butterfly to the top as like a pull tab, and then I'm going to set it to the side so I don't accidentally glue it down. And then typically when I'm working on collages, I like to start from the back to the front with the largest pieces in the back and the smallest in the front. So take your largest piece and you're going to glue it down, leaving one side open for tucking things into. And this is where we're going to start getting those hidden tags kind of as part of the collage. So just continue layering pieces up. Again, start with the largest to the smallest, and look for opportunities where you can leave space open to tuck tags into or under. And you can still layer things on top of the moving pieces. You just need to be mindful of where your glue is going. So things can overlap, but you just want to make sure you're not gluing your moving parts down. So like with this letter C, I added glue to the far right side, but left the left side without any glue. And that way it's glued down, but it doesn't glue to that card underneath and prevent it from being pulled. So you can continue with this and get as elaborate as you like. You can have pieces that fold out or flip up or layers on top of layers. So, you know, just have fun with it, get creative and experiment and see what you can make with your collage. Alright, the third illusion for today's video is going to be these magic slider cards, which are also like a color changing card. And we have multiple variety packs in our Etsy shop, and I will link them down below for you so you can go find the one that matches your kit. And pay attention to the instructions on these. So you may need to print them on transparency paper or cardstock. And if you don't have those, again, we will have them linked down in our description box in our Amazon shop for anyone looking for some. And then you're going to want to cut all of your pieces out, including this window. I used an X-Acto knife for mine. And then we're just going to start folding. So find this line along the bottom and fold that piece back. And then we're going to also fold these tabs back as well on either side. All right. And then we're going to grab this first card here that says glue here, and we're going to add just a thin bead of glue along the bottom right where that instruction is, and we're going to glue it down to the inside of the card face down like this. And while this dries, we're going to glue our transparency image on top of our tag image. Something to take note of with the transparency image, just make sure that you cut off all the black lines around the border of the image. Otherwise, it'll kind of ruin the effect. So just keep that in mind. And then we're going to add a thin bead of glue to the top of the colorful tag, and then we're going to layer the transparency image on top of it and just try to get it so that all of the lines match up. And then we're going to glue our little label on to our card. Again, this is optional if you don't want to, but it does come with the kit, so if you'd like to use it, you can. And then we're going to add another bead of glue to the top of our bird tag over here. And we're going to add these page tabs. So we're going to glue it to the front, and then also we're going to take the second one, we're going to flip the card over and glue it to the back. And this just makes it look nice and decorative from both sides and gives you an easy tab to pull the card up and down with. And then we're going to slide this into our card, and we want to make sure that the white panel here slides between the transparency image and the colorful image on the back, just like this. And then try to get that kind of centered in the window of the card. And once you've done that, we can go ahead and glue the card closed. So I'm just going to add some glue to the tabs on either side here, and then we're going to fold the back shut, just fold it up like this. And then there are these two little tabs at the top that you can fold back just like this. And then we're going to add glue to both of those tabs and glue them down. And what this does is prevent the card from pulling out all of the way when you're lifting it up, because if you do that, then it kind of breaks the card. So this way it just stops when it reaches the top. Right, and there you go. Now you've got this color changing little card that you can, tuck into a pocket, or you can add glue to, only 3 sides and leave the 4th open to create another tuck space in your journal, or you can just glue the whole thing down, which is what I did. I glued it to my inside cover just because I think it's fun to have something a little magical and interactive right inside the first cover, first page of my journal. All right, the 4th illusion is going to be a hidden note card, which is something that we're going to tuck inside of a piece of ephemera here. So let's go ahead and get started. You are going to need some sort of lined paper or tag or something small that you want to go inside the hidden pocket. And then you're going to need 2 pieces of ephemera that are roughly the same size and shape. It is better to use pieces that are a little more decorative rather than less, because you want to hide the cut that we're going to make. So I'm going to use some pieces from my Heirloom Elegance kit for this. Feel free to grab whatever you have that works. And I found these 2 tags here that are roughly the same size, but I did trim them down to be the exact same size. And then I'm just going over the edges with some distressing to hide those cuts I made. So that is an option if things aren't perfectly the same size that you want to use. And then we're going to be gluing these together back to back. So just add glue along the outer perimeter of the tag. And again, you want to keep the glue as close to the edges as possible to make as much room inside this pocket for your hidden ephemera piece. And this is actually a project that you can do a nesting doll style with. So you can have really large pieces of ephemera that have a smaller piece inside of it, that have a smaller piece inside of that, as long as the pieces are fairly thin. And I do recommend printing these on cardstock to give them just a little bit of stability and stiffness. That's going to work best for this project. And when you cut this in half, you can cut it towards the middle or the top or the bottom, it doesn't matter, but try to find somewhere in the design where the cut will kind of be hidden. That's going to work best for the illusion side of things. All right, and once you've done that, you can open it up and tuck your ephemera inside. If you find that the ephemera is getting kind of stuck or feels a little too tall or something like that, you can always trim it up to make it fit just a little bit better like this. And then you just take the top half and slide it over the card, and there you go. You've got a little hidden ephemera pocket here. So you can just tuck this into anywhere in your journal, and it's sort of a fun surprise for anyone who finds it, where you can just open it up and have your little note card inside that you can write on, or maybe there's a tag or an invitation or anything at all. All right, the fifth and final illusion for today is going to be something I'm calling the magic mirror illusion. This is my personal take on the flashlight illusion, which you may have seen before, but I'll go ahead and kind of walk you through it. I did sort of make this up on my own, so I'll have to tell you some of the mistakes I made and how I fixed it, but we'll get to that in a second. First off, let me show you the flashlight illusion in case it's something one of you wants to try. So the original idea for this is that you have a black sheet of paper and then you cover it with plastic, usually like transparency film. I didn't have that because I'm working in my office today instead of the craft room, so I'm using a plastic bag, but you should be able to still get the idea. And then you want to print something on the transparency film that is black, or you can draw on it with like a black Sharpie or pen. And then you want to take like a white piece of paper, and that's going to slide between the plastic and the black paper, and it's going to reveal whatever was drawn on or printed on the plastic. So a lot of times people will create like a little paper flashlight for this. I just went ahead and drew one really quickly to give you the idea. And then the white will sort of just reveal that writing underneath like this. Okay, so that's kind of how the flashlight illusion works, but I think for a junk journal, a lot of people don't want black craft paper in their project. Some might, but it really depends on the journal you're making. So I wanted something that had a little bit more versatility to it and blended in a little bit better with the junk journal aesthetic. So how this project is going to work is you're going to print some fussy cuts out on transparency paper, and then these are going to be sort of hidden in a background paper that gets revealed with the magic mirror, sort of like the flashlight illusion, but just a little bit different. And so transparency paper is going to be essential for this. You'll need at least 2 pieces. We do have this linked in our Amazon affiliate shop for anyone needing transparency paper. And then you're also going to need just a regular sheet of paper with a pattern printed on it. Any pretty paper will do, but the busier the pattern, the better this is going to work. You want something kind of messy, something kind of, anything that your fussy cuts can kind of blend into and hide. So you don't want like blank colors or white sheets or anything like that. And when it comes to your fussy cuts, you're looking for something that is light, pastel, white, no harsh black outlines. So I'm using some from the Shades of White kit. These are the Shades of White fussy cuts with these white butterflies that are nearly invisible. If you want to use something with a darker outline, you can, but you will need to use a piece of paper that will hide that. So like something from the very, very vintage kit would work just fine to hide something with black outlines, but you just need to keep in mind what kind of papers you're using in your journal and match your fussy cuts to that. And of course you're going to be needing a way to reveal your fussy cuts, so we went ahead and created this magic mirror freebie, which is going to be available to anyone who wants it down in the description box below, so make sure to download that and print it on cardstock for today's project. And then you're going to want to cut out your fussy cuts, and it might be hard to see them with the transparency film, so if you want to make it a little bit easier, you can lay them on top of a piece of white paper or cardstock, and that will help you see your lines a little bit better, and then you can just cut the image and the paper at the same time, and that will just help you get nice clean lines. Of course, you don't have to cut them perfectly close to the edges if you don't want to, but under certain lighting, you will be able to see those uncut edges. So kind of here's an example of what that looks like. You can see the flower up top is cut close where this butterfly is not. And you can kind of just see the difference here depending on where the lighting hits the transparency film. So, you know, that's just something to keep in mind. And then once those are cut out, we're going to assemble our magic mirror. Now, if you print this on cardstock, it's still not going to have enough stability to stand up straight. You can still use it, but I wanted mine to be a little bit stiffer, so I took a scrap piece of a cereal box that I used to make the cover of my journal, and I'm just going to trace an outline along the bottom handle of the mirror. And once that's done, then you can add like a little protrusion at the top that makes this almost look like a little sword. And we're going to glue that in between the 2 mirror pieces. And the reason we're not cutting around the entire top of the mirror is because you'll have the same problem where the cardboard makes it too top heavy and it still like flops over. So if you want it to be stiff, you have to do it like this, where all the weight is in the handle. And that just gives it a little bit more support. You can go around the edges with some Distress ink if you want to kind of blend those edges together between the front and the back. And you can see here now you've got like a nice stiff little magic mirror. Yours is going to be slightly smaller than mine because mine was too big to actually fit in the journal without sticking out of the top. So we resized it down for you guys so that it can fit nicely inside your journal in case anyone was wondering. Alright, so the next thing to do is we're going to add a small bead of glue along the top of our sheet of paper, whatever pattern you decided to print. And then we're going to take a second transparency film sheet here with nothing printed on it, and we're going to glue that down to the page. So try to get everything as lined up as you can. If it's a little off, you can always trim the edges so that things match up nicely if it's bothering you. And then at this step, what I would recommend is actually cutting the page in half instead of folding it. So my original idea was I thought I could just fold this in half and then glue it down into my journal between two pages. But what I found happened was that the transparency film is so stiff that it really doesn't want to fold, and so you really can't close your journal. It's fighting you the whole way. So what I ended up doing was cutting mine in half after it was already glued into my journal. Not ideal. So I would recommend you doing that beforehand, and then you can glue those separate panels down, one page first, then the other, and it will look like one seamless spread. Or you could even just put one page in one part of your journal and one page in another and just have them be a one-page illusion. It's kind of up to you. I'll let you choose which one you like best. The illusion will work the same way either way. You just slide the mirror between the plastic and the page, and that will allow you to reveal the images hidden in the pattern. And another recommendation I would have is to glue the fussy cuts in after adding the pages to your journal. That way you can really have a sense for the amount of space you have to work with. Make sure that none are glued like too close to the spine or where you're going to be cutting the sheet in half, that sort of thing. And when gluing these down, you only need to add a couple of small beads of glue to the very outer perimeter of the fussy cut, just in a couple of areas, because we don't want that glue to be visible, so we're trying to keep it as minimal as possible. And we are gluing these fussy cuts on top of the transparency film, so it's film on top of film. And the glue doesn't necessarily want to hold super well because it's transparency film. It'll hold just fine if you don't mess with it, but if you pull on these, they will come right off. So, just keep that in mind. Also, same with the top of the page. You don't want to like push the mirror all the way to the top and break that seal, because if you apply too much pressure, it will just pop right off. So that's just kind of the downfall of transparency film. It will still hold just fine, but again, you just need to be a little bit more gentle than you would with other papers that are glued together. But despite some of the finicky details, this is a really fun and pretty illusion, so I hope that you'll give it a try along with all of the other illusions I showed in today's video. And I hope that if you have been joining me throughout this entire series, that you had fun crafting along, and that now you have a big, beautiful journal all of your own to decorate and write in as much as you like. If you are new to the channel and didn't realize this was part of a series, I will have that playlist linked down below for you, as well as we have lots of other tutorials on our channel if you want to get into junk journaling or find new ideas for how to fill up your junk journal further. You can definitely find that on our channel. And we are going to be having some upcoming special announcements and events and freebies and things like that. So make sure you like and subscribe and comment on today's video so that you can help the channel grow and you won't miss out on any of those new and exciting announcements. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for crafting along with me. I had a lot of fun, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye!